Hello, Flosstube. It's Angelisa again, just Angelisa here on YouTube. How are you guys doing? I hope you had, I can't even believe this sounds like so 2021, but I hope you guys had a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And I can't believe it's already the middle of January already. But as Ava on Stitchin in the Interlake said, but I bet you one thing, we'll all be sitting here this time next year saying the very same thing, because the older you get, the faster time seems to go by for real. And it seems like we were just here, January of 2021, and here it is, January of 2022. Quite frankly, it seems like we were just in January of 2000. I remember it, that just doesn't seem like that's been 22 years ago. But I digress. How are you guys getting along with your stitching this year? I didn't make a lot of goals other than, excuse me, I really want to finish. There are 3 projects that I have going right now that I actually started. Well, the one that I call Believe, I started, I think, around the pandemic, around the time that the COVID thing started. So that would be what, March of 2020, somewhere around there. But I had actually ordered it and started. I think I started it. My granddaughter and I don't know. Anyway, it's been a while, and I want those finished. I talked about this on my last. I'm going to get to the cross stitch in a minute, but I just want to ask, does anybody else feel this way? I'm going to need I hope I don't fall off this stool, especially right here on Flosstube, because I don't want to edit. I guess what I would do would be just to start over again, or I might just leave it in there and give everybody a good laugh as I crawl up out of the floor, but maybe that won't happen. But what I was going to say was, I love cross stitching, and I certainly, it really passes the time, and the work, when you get done with it, it's just gorgeous. But I promise y'all, I'm going to vape. I had no idea that it took so long to finish things. Like, for instance, the portrait of a lion that I have. It's 250 stitches wide by 250 stitches high, which is like, I'm not good at math. Let me get my calculator out for a minute here, because I got a point. I'm going to make a point here. That's my alarm clock. Okay, so 250 times 250 is 62,500. That's how many total stitches are in the project. So, I've been keeping up with my time and stuff as I stitch, and, mainly what I noticed was it depends on what I'm stitching on. If I got a big block of color or something in maybe one of the stamped cross stitches, I obviously stitch much faster than if I'm doing counted and I'm having to look at the project, make a few stitches, look back at the pattern, make a few, I can't get a rhythm going. I like to get a rhythm going, and literally sew, hence the sewing method, and why I like to stitch in hand like that. Because if I know where I'm headed and I can see a clear path with the stamped cross stitch, I can see a clear path of where I need to go, then it's just, I get into this rhythm. And so I obviously make more stitches in an hour than I do if I'm doing a counted. So I was curious, and I Googled what is the average that stitchers stitch? How many stitches do most Average. Okay. So what it amounted to, I found several different answers. So I came to my own conclusion that it depends on the project, but somewhere between 75 and 100 stitches per hour is what most of us do, somewhere in that range. I feel like on the counted cross stitch with the lion, I'm probably even less than average. I'm probably not getting maybe 65 stitches an hour, if that, because it just slows me down so much to have to look at the pattern, look back and all that, versus when I'm doing the stamped and I can clearly see, just get my thread, do all the squares that have a certain symbol, kind of like the diamond painting, and I just can get a rhythm going and I'm faster. What I'm saying though, okay, let's just say I stitch 85. Let's say my average is I may stitch more or less, but we'll say my average is 85 stitches an hour. Okay. So 62,500 stitches. Divide that by 75. Didn't I say 75? No, 85. If I stitch 85 stitches an hour, then you would divide 62,500 by 85, and that means you would spend 735.3 hours. That's how long it's going to take to stitch that. 735.3. Okay. And I already had done calculations saying that if I put in 200 stitches a day, every day, on the portrait of the lion, it would still take me like 21 months or something like that to finish it. So, I mean, cross stitch ain't no joke, y'all. I mean, it takes a while to finish and complete these things. So, when I look at a pattern and think, oh, that would be so pretty, I really want to stitch that because I want to frame it or finish it in whatever way, and I want to enjoy it. Well, I mean, it's going to take a while to finish it. So to keep starting, I guess is where I was headed with all of this. I see a stink bug. Ugh. Anyway, to keep starting new projects, it really, to me, I don't know. I'm just one of those. I want to complete some projects. I've got plenty of stuff I just, what they call it, a process stitcher. Is that what they call it? Anyway, whatever. If you're just stitching for pleasure, I mean, I don't quite get why. So if you're just stitching for pleasure and you get tired of stitching on a certain project, probably I would think what it is maybe you're just tired of stitching that color, or you're just tired of stitching in that section. So just move over to another section and start stitching. Wouldn't it kind of feel like a new project? I mean, that's kind of how I feel about it, what I do. But I do have two that I want to start just because they're not all that big, and I feel like I could finish them this year and frame them. So let me see. By the way, guys, there's an app called Thread Stash. Actually, you can just go to threadstash.com on the internet and do it that way too. You can use the app or you can use the website, but it's for keeping up with your thread, with your projects, which threads go with which project. If you've got a fabric stash and you want to assign a certain piece of fabric to a certain project, it's just the coolest thing. If you're looking for some type of organization, like I use Pattern Keeper to, show the stitches, give me, I can see the stitches and I can mark them off as I go and that kind of thing. But to keep up with the thread and the fabric, and even has a place for embellishments. But I don't know if y'all can see that. Because last time I didn't think y'all could see, and then when I played it back, it kind of looked like you could see. All right. But see, it says fabric stash. You've got your projects. You've got a shopping list. That's where you can assign a thread to a project. But if you don't have it in your stash, you can add it to the shopping list. And then it prints out this really cool shopping list for you. It's got my thread box. And then there's some more tools. It's really cool. It's free, but and to get the like the premium version, it's like $2, I think, and something. $2, $2.99. It wasn't bad to upgrade. Anyway, I digress again. Let me get back to what I was talking about. I want to show you guys what I want to start. First of all, let me show you. I don't know why things are popping up when you're trying to do a video. No. Okay, so, and it has a place you can put project photos. So, I bought this on Etsy. It's called the Finery of Nature. See, it's got a bird, some butterflies, a dragonfly. Looks like there's a bird in the bottom. Let's see, it would be the bottom right and the top left. There's a picture of, well, I mean, the bottom left looks like a hummingbird, and the top right is, I don't know, some kind of bird. And then there's a dragonfly and butterflies. Anyway, I just love that. And it's stitched on black Aida. But I love the way they've got it framed, because see, that dark green is actually the matte in the frame. So I bought some Rit dye, and I'm going to try to dye. It's peacock green, and I bought some black. I thought maybe if I add a few drops of black to the peacock green, that I might get some type of dark green. We're going to try it out and see. I did dumped my fabric for Portrait of a Lion. I dunked it in some coffee and tea. And I probably didn't leave it in there an hour. I don't even think I left it maybe 30 minutes, and I had to go do something else. I picked the wrong time to do that. So I kind of just dumped it. And I don't know, if you can tell from the light. It just looks like it's been stained with coffee and tea. I mean, so it does give it a little more of a vintage look. But since I've got this out, let me see, where's the top? Okay, this is the top. I don't know if you can see, but I mean, I've gotten probably, I mean, not just way too far, but I have gotten in probably another 100, 200 stitches or more, maybe, I don't know, since the last time I showed it. But, I'm still working, like I said, somewhere in here, it was the center where I started. And the center happened to be on page 14 of a 25-page design. So yeah, I mean, I got a lot of excess fabric and stuff over here. But my plan is to kind of work diagonally and to work my way. I'm going to do page 14, and then I don't know. It just depends on how much, what threads I have, because I said this before too. I ordered enough thread to do complete page 14, and then do the top 2 rows of the whole design from page 1 to page 25, the whole, or however it's laid out, but the whole top 2 rows. So yeah, but I mean, it's coming along, but man, am I slow on this counted. And if you don't remember, I'm going to do it from this what Project of the Lion looked like. He's just a big old lion head, and I love lions so much. So much. Let me find him. Not pink. I've got more lions too. But anyway, let me get back to what I was saying. These are two, I ordered the threads from 123 Stitch like the 3rd of January, or maybe it was the 5th. But anyway, it was the first week in January. And y'all, they still hadn't even shipped yet. It says they're going to ship the 21st, but I mean, maybe I should have just gone to Hobby Lobby and tried to hit this up, but I didn't. So, but let's see. Um, one of them is called Cats in the Window, and I just think it's cute. I have no idea. It's not tiny like this. This is what it looks like, the cats in the window. And the stitch count on that is, let's see, it's 40 wide by 61 high. So like it's like 3 by 4 inches or something like that. So I mean, I want to be able to finish that pretty quick. And I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I just think it's cute and I want to stitch it. And then the other one is what I named, I think it's just called Owl or something, but it's an owl. And let me show you. I just love the colors. Here's what he looks like. Can you see him? Yeah, it's just a little owl. See if it'll focus. I'll be still. Yeah. And the fabric that I have, I ordered that also. I think I showed that in my last video, but I had ordered it from 123 Stitch, and it's an 18 count. They did this on an 18 count cream Aida is what, but I ordered an 18 count. One reason, because I've never done 18 count. I've never done anything but 14 count and 11 count. And so we'll see how the 18 count goes. And so I ordered that, and I thought it would look good on, it's fiddlerscloth linen. I mean, I guess that's the color, linen. And I don't even know why is it called fiddlerscloth. I don't know, because it looks like Aida to me. But let's see. The owl is 66 wide by 98 high. So it'll be like 4 by 5. So neither one of those, the cat's in the window or the owl, is going to be very big. So I just thought I could stitch that up pretty quick, and at least I would feel like I had some finishes, because I haven't had a finish, I mean, since I started stitching in early 2019, I guess would be. No, late, maybe late 2019, because I think that's when I ordered that Believe pattern and all that. But I don't know. I'll just say I started stitching during the pandemic, and so that would have been early 2020. And I haven't had a finish since then. So, yeah. And then, of course, sunflower basket. I didn't do much on that, but I did a little bit, but you really can't tell. But I want to show y'all what I did on, the prayer changes things. This is one that I want to finish this year. And I mean, there's a lot of backstitching in there, y'all. Backstitching it takes a while to backstitch. But I think the last time I showed this, let's see. Hold on. Maybe if I put it up like this. But anyway, I had done. Okay, well, I backstitched the word things. I finished up the border and I backstitched the word things. And then the word changes, I've backstitched under, or is it over? Oh, no wonder that looks like crap. I was thinking, oh, that looks awful. Hell, I had it backwards. Okay, here we go. See, oh, that did. I was like, oh, okay, let's see. Y'all like my fingernails? I thought if I'm going to be showing things close up and doing some stitching videos, I need my fingernails to look nice. So, they're press-on. Kiss press-on. I love these. They'll stay on. I have had them stay as long as 2 weeks, but they'll definitely stay on about a week. And I might have to glue a few with maybe nail glue before that week is over. But I just peel that back off of them and stick them on my fingernail. They stay. Okay, anyway. Like I said, I backstitched the word things, and I backstitched it on top and bottom of the letters like the pattern shows. But then when I got to the word changes, I've only backstitched underneath it. No, I'm starting to backstitch the word changes, and I'm on top of the letters. Right here, backstitching on top of the letters. I personally think that the backstitch, see, the pattern shows it to be backstitched on the bottom and top of the letters, or the words, whatever you want to call it. And I just think it looks better to outline just one side of it instead of outlining top and bottom. I think I'm just going to drop something. That's fine. I think I'm just going to backstitch under it, and then backstitch under that word, and then maybe backstitch on top of the decorative border. We'll see. And then I got to get all the little flowers and all that stuff done, but I'm really working on this. I've gotten, I've spent, that backstitch probably took me every bit of 6 or 7 hours to get the backstitching done, and I didn't even do that much. Oh, golly, I'm already at 23 minutes, and I said that I was only going to make about a 20-minute video because, y'all, trying to upload an hour video, it takes me forever. I don't know if it does everybody. Now, I've heard some other people, Ava, I keep talking about her, but I just love to watch her channel. And then Stitching with Lora, like that one. But, I mean, other people that I watch, excuse me, you know, sometimes they'll have an hour and a half, close to 2-hour video. And I'm like, golly, doesn't that take forever and a day to upload? But maybe not. I guess I don't know. Everybody, I don't know. Maybe I just don't have a fast upload speed. I don't know what it is, but it'll take hours. Hours. Like, seriously, it'll take all night long. 4 or 5 hours to upload, you know, a 55-minute video. So, yeah, it takes a while. And I have a question for you, computer people out there. Like, when the video is uploading, and, you know, so the screen will go black. I guess it goes into sleep mode or something. But the screen kind of goes black, and whatever's on the screen disappears. And I just keep hitting a button, usually this is the space bar or something, to wake it back up, because I don't know, does it stop uploading when it goes, like, is it timing out on me? is it still uploading when it times out and the screen goes black? I mean, it's still on because all you got to do is touch a key and the screen will come back on. But is it still uploading when it does that? I mean, like, because I hear people say they go on about their business, they'll start to upload and maybe go to town, go to the store or something, or go to sleep or whatever, so you don't have to continuously wake it back up so it keeps uploading. Is that a thing? I don't know. Anybody comments down below, let me know. Okay, so I'll put that up in a minute. And then I showed you my portrait of a lion. I mean, I'm just so slow on that, y'all. I think what I'm going to do next, for real, this is his picture, though. Golly, and he's just so gorgeous. I just love him. I think he's beautiful. Can't wait to finish that. But Jesus Christ, it's going to take me forever at this rate. Seriously, though, that's why I make the little blue dots on the fabric. I'll look at my pattern, and then I'll just make me some little dots on each square where I'm going to need to put a stitch. And, of course, I do it, I don't know, 30, 40 stitches at a time. But that, to me, is going to save me a lot of time because, I mean, it's just taking me forever. I get so lost trying to make a few stitches and then look back at the pattern, and to save my soul, I can't keep that darn number in my head, like 10 to the right, and then on the last stitch, I need to go up 2 and then diagonal 1 up to the right. Like, I'll never remember that. Never. I might remember the 10 stitches, but I'm going to have to be like, now what? 10 stitches and then what? And I got to go find it. And the 1, 2, and I get over here. I'm like, okay, I did that one and that one. Now, which one? What was it now? Oh, I get so mad at myself. And it just takes me forever. So, yeah, I think even though it takes a while to look at the pattern, put the mark the spot where I'm going to be stitching, look back. That takes a while too. But then once it's done, I can thread my needle and just go. Pick it up and just get into a rhythm sewing, and it's going to increase. I feel like it's definitely going to increase my stitch per hour thing. But I've gotten a little discouraged because all these things I had in my mind and things that I have even found online for free. By the way, guys, I've said this before, but if you're interested to see what free patterns I have found online, and if you're interested in me giving you the link or anything like that, go to my Instagram. It's the same as YouTube. It's just Angelisa. At just Angelisa. I guess that's how you say it. What do you say? My handle? At just Angelisa. But there's pictures of all of the free patterns that I have gotten off the internet completely free. And some of them, like, that the cats in the window is what? A 3x5, and then the owl is going to be like a 4x5. But some of them, like, I got another picture of the lion. He's as big or a little bigger, I believe, than the portrait of the lion. That one's 250 by 250 stitches wide. And I really think one of them is like that other lion is maybe 289 by 2 something. He's pretty big too. So, some of them are small, some of them are not, is what I was getting at. And then on Believe, I did do some back stitch, I believe, since I showed it last time. I should have gone back. I'm about to fall off the stool. I should have gone back and watched my video before I even started doing this one, but I didn't. And I think I did some back stitching somewhere or put in a few more stitches. I don't know. I don't know. This is going to be down here in this corner. Oh, right down here. There's another fairy just like it is up here in this corner. And I've really been thinking, I think it would be cute to put another little fairy in the same, in the same column right up here. and then another one right down here below the bee, and then have 4 fairies. And if you can see, I've put a few beads on it. Really, I put those beads there to have something to count from. So I would just have something to count from. But anyway, the way it looks to me, it looks like they are throwing fairy dust. This is the pattern, what it looked like. But I want to see how it looks like they're just kind of throwing fairy dust. And then the stars and stuff, I don't know. They just don't, because they have a white center, but the outside is kind of light blue. So, but anyway, yeah, I'm not as close to being finished as I thought I was. But that I want finished. And, oh, y'all, what did I do? Oh, I hear them in here. A little bit of haul. I bought, no, that's what I hear. That's the beads. I bought some floss drops off of Etsy. They look like teardrops, and they're just clear acrylic. Hold on a minute, I'm gonna go get them. Okay, so I'm back. Oh, y'all see my kitty cat over there? Milo. Milo, ain't he pretty? Ain't he Milo? Oh, he's anyway. Okay, so I found them. I wanted to show y'all. Well, I'm pull up the stove. So I got some binder rings also. I just got an assorted pack of those binder rings. So I'm going to put them on there. But they just... Oh, yeah. I guess that's where I got them. Right there. I got them on Amazon. I don't know. Thank you for your purchase. Anybody interested? There you go. But they look like this. And then they have the little, like where you can you peel the, of course I can't do it with these darn fingernails. And I don't have my glasses on. I peeled one off. Let me see if you can tell. I think I can tell. Can you tell the difference? Anyway, obviously they look a little foggy or frosty with that plastic still on, but you peel the plastic off the front and the back and they look a little more crystal clear. Anyway, what I like about these though is, see, of course they have the hole at the top. That's where I would put it on one of these like binder rings, probably a small one. I think Cat in the window has like 4 colors or something. I don't know. But anyway, so you'd put them on the ring through that hole, and then they've got the big hole down here to put your skein of floss or whatever, put your floss in. And then though, look, it's got this little hole right there. So if you need to put, if you're stitching and you don't make but a few stitches and you still got this big old long strand of floss on your needle, but you don't need it anymore, you don't want to throw it away either. And then I usually just put it back on whatever, however I'm organizing my threads, whether I've never used the little single floss drops before. Basically what I've been using, I think I showed y'all, the plastic. Yeah, and then, like I said, the assorted just binder rings for different reasons. They've even got some look at these little ones. Oh, you can't see those. There's some little bitty ones right there. They're so cute. But, yeah. And then I have some stickers to like put a label. There's enough room on that little floss drop to put a label. There I go, messing with my hair again. Man, I can't stand it in my face. So this is the way I've got the flosses, and they're nowhere near like all of them. There's 89 colors with Portrait of the Lion. And I just went through what I had ordered and put what I was going to need to finish the rest of page 14, you know. So there's each of them hold 20. And some people will label, like, instead of using to put 20 different flosses, they'll use, like, say this one right down here. You know, they would use that hole for the main floss, and this one they would keep empty just to put extra floss if they needed to. But I labeled all 20 of the spots with the number corresponding. I didn't put I did put the DMC number on the bag. But anyway, so see, that's one of those little binder rings. And I'm going to do the floss drops. And then here's the little labels that I'll use to do that. So there's that. Yeah, I plan to do some, like, I don't know, I think a lot of people call them stitch with me, which is cool, because I do stitch with a lot of y'all. I'll just put Flosstube on and it gets me in the mood to stitch, and so I definitely stitch with y'all. But a lot of times I like to just watch people stitch. I just like to see how they do it, how they hold the needle, how they hold the thread. I like to watch people stitch. So I'll probably call it Watch Me Stitch. But I've still got a good bit of back stitching left to do on prayer changes things. I think I'm going to do a little video on Watch Me Back Stitch. I don't know if any of you guys out there would be interested in it, but I'm pretty sure beginners, if anybody's like me, I was trying to look up everything. I want to see how they back stitch, how they what's a continental stitch. Then I found out it's basically, it is the very same thing. No, tent stitch, what is continental stitch? Is that like a tent stitch? Anyway, tent stitch is literally just a half a stitch. You just do one leg of the cross. So, you know, I learned things like that watching Flosstube. So I guess what I'm saying is, you know, when people do videos and they don't think it, you know, like, why would anybody watch this? You would be surprised why somebody would watch it. I watch it just to see, you know, how you do things, how you stitch. This goes back in this bag. If I don't put this stuff back while I'm sitting here, you know. So I'm going to take this portrait. Oh, no. Oh, I unzipped it too far. I love these little, I got them on Amazon. They're just like, I don't even know what they're called, like plastic storage bags or something. But I'm going to take this off the hook. Right now, I've got my sulky. It's just on there with a magnet. There's a magnet. Hey. But it's also sewed into the fabric. I knew exactly what I was doing, so I better leave it alone. But there's a magnet up here. I just stuck it to it. It's on a binder ring, on a bobbin. I put some of that sulky slither. That's what it is. And I'm still gonna grid some because I just get too confused if I don't. So there's that. Oh yeah, and for the owl, hold on a minute. So I have no idea how this is going to turn out because I literally stuffed this this is the old Taster's Choice coffee jar, and it was empty, but I just brewed a couple of cups of Folger. I don't guess it really matters. A couple of pots of coffee, whatever. But I just poured coffee, cold coffee. I stuffed the fabric down in this jar. I don't have any tea, so coffee tea dye ain't gonna happen. I just want to see what it would do. This is the 18 count fiddler's cloth in the color linen, whatever. From anyways, down in the jar. It's been in there a couple of days now. I'm just curious to see what's going to happen if I just leave it in there until my thread comes in. I can't start the project anyway. And I know if you boil it and stuff, that's what Pricilla and Chesea do. I think they kind of do theirs on the stove with a coffee and tea mixture, and then they take it out and put it like on a baking sheet and put it in the oven to let it kind of dry. And they say that's what gives it the modeling and everything, which, I mean, I'm not doubting what they say. I don't know, because I really had never done that. But I was just thinking, I just wonder what it would do. It's bound to stain it, because coffee is going to stain something lighter than coffee. If it's like something white or beige, or, it's going to stain it. Or maybe any color, come think about it. Coffee stains. But there's no tea, it's just coffee. So we're going to see what this turns out like. And like I said, it wasn't white to begin with, the fabric wasn't. It was more of a linen color, but I think it's going to give it more of a vintage look. So we'll see. But that's what I'm going to put the owl on. And excuse if y'all could see my, I got my sweatpants. Ooh, yeah, I got my sweatpants stuff on. I don't care. So I guess that's it. Now I've been on here for 41 minutes, and I'm sure I could think of a lot more to talk about, but I think I'll save some of what I'd like to talk about and discuss for some of the, watch me stitch, because I'm going to also do some more. Like I've said before, I'll probably finish this one right here on Flosstube, because this was another one. Like, I still can't get over. I've got almost 300 hours in this. But I calculated it and did the stitch count, kind of like I did earlier. And according to my calculations, it would take me 380 hours. No, 285 hours, I think is what it said it would take to finish this. I have about that much in it already. I probably have a good 275, 280 already. And see, I don't know if you can tell, but it looks like to me I still got about a fourth of the project left to do. I mean, I've still got pretty much from here to here. Like, all of that has to be stitched. I've done the halfway mark, because it was like 190 stitches. And so the halfway mark, yeah, I guess I had it upside down. The halfway mark was over on around 90. So I've come over to there, and I've still got some down here at the bottom. But it's pretty safe to say I've done almost a little over half of it. I still think I've got a good 30, probably 30, 25, 30 hours left, which that's fine, whatever, but I'll be glad when I finish it. I just will, just because I just want some finishes under my belt, my cross-stitching belt. So yeah, that's that. I can't really think of anything. Like I said, as far as a haul, I got those binder clips and the little acrylic teardrop looking floss drops to use on my new starts that I'm going to start. Cats in the window and the cute owl. And then that one I showed you that I got off Etsy. I think I forgot to tell you the stitch count of that one, but it's it ends up stitched area. I think it ends up being like 12 by 12. So it's not small. And I don't know how I'm going to, I think that would make a pretty pillow. But I'm not even going to start that one until I get some more of these, what I call bigger projects done. Sunflower basket. Look, Dude, I want that done. It's been way too long. Portrait of a lion. I mean, I already know that, that's going to take me a few years. It just is because, I mean, it just is. And then prayer changes things and believe. Like, I want those finished this year. And I can't see, I might, like I said, starting a few small projects or something. I also have some bigger projects that I don't know. I'm not saying I'm not going to start anything else this whole year. I can't commit to that. But for now, I'm just still trucking on with the same, what, prayer changes things, believe, portrait of a lion, sunflower basket. The 4 whips that I've had ever since I started Flosstube, and I'm going to start 2 more as soon as I get the thread for it. So until I get some finishes out of those, I don't think I'm going to start anything else. But yeah, so I guess that's it, guys. Like, leave me some comments down below. What have y'all been stitching on? Have you had a good year so far? I don't know. Interact with me. If you see this, I was going to say on your For You page. This is not TikTok, Angelisa. This is YouTube. But anyway, so yeah, I'll keep y'all updated on how the fabric turns out, because I was kind of thinking, I wonder what would happen if I put just a couple of drops of the black red dye down in that coffee. I wonder what that would do. I don't know. I'm just experimenting with stuff. I don't know. I think the directions probably have you cook it somehow, or like bring it to a boil, or I don't know. I hadn't even looked at the directions. So, but I've seen people, and like, I belong to a Facebook group. I belong to one of those that it's about hand dyed fabrics or something like that. And I'm looking for my babe. What did I do with it? Well, anyway, and I know some of those people use like Kool-Aid and stuff, and they just put them in like jars and just let them soak. I mean, I guess if you're not in a big hurry and you don't need it in the next couple of days to start a project and you plan it right, just leave it in there for a few days or whatever it takes to get to the saturation level that you like. I don't know. We'll see. So I'm just experimenting with all that. But anyway, guys, happy stitching. Thank you for watching, if you did watch, and especially if you're still here. If you haven't already, please subscribe. Give me a thumbs up. It's a free way you can help your girl out. It doesn't cost you a thing. So yeah, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. And I'll be seeing you guys. Hopefully it won't be too long, and I'll be doing some extra videos, some stitch with me's, and I don't know, some different stuff. So yeah, guys. Happy New Year. See you later.